Okay. Guess who? Please don't kill me. I'm sorry that I've taken so long and it's that I just kind of dropped off the face of the internet for a while. But I've had a lot going on this summer. I really have. I promise. I haven't been slacking off. Really. I haven't been. I do have a social life, okay? A lot has happened. One of my friends has been bedridden most of this summer because of surgery in her legs, and so I've been visiting her and hanging out with my other friends and hanging out with my brother and going to my cousin's wedding. Ugh. It goes on. The list goes on, but okay, I admit I have been slacking off. Need I remind you I have the attention span of a termite? Ugh. Anyway, I am finally going to buckle down and do RRG Journey Chapter 3's narration. Yes, I know this is way overdue. Yes, I know you guys probably aren't interested anymore. I am sorry. But school's coming up. I want to get this done. So I'm going to do it tonight. Even though everyone's supposed to be asleep. So if my voice is a little quiet, that's why, okay? I'm doing this. My mom's asleep. Everyone's asleep. And I'm not tired yet, so this is, whatever. Here goes nothing, okay? I'm going to do it. Oh, and just for the record, when I wrote this chapter, it was originally in the first-person POV of both Burn and Brick. So, and I'm translating it into third-person POV because I think it sounds better. And also because I don't want to do character voices the entire time I'm reading. So, if I screw up and say I or me instead of she or their name, just bear with me. Okay, here goes nothing. Burns stared out the window of the car at the passing landscape. It was really dark, so she couldn't see much, but she probably wouldn't have cared and wouldn't have known what half the things out there were anyway. Not that she would have cared. At least not right now. She was too consumed by her own thoughts. Her Nei-chan was beside her in the driver's seat, driving the car. Before they left New York, Burn used her illusion projection powers to make a semi-solid disguise that made Blast look older. About 18 to 20 years old, or at least what Burn thought she'd look like at that age. Blast thought she was asleep now, but she was far from it. I mean, how could she sleep? Just 24 hours ago, she woke up after sleeping for a month inside a stasis tube. She could tell you she had energy to spare. But maybe the real reason Burn couldn't sleep was because of last night before they left the city. Flashback! Ripple, 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 ripple. Nei-chan and Burn rode through the city in the car they, as Blast put it, borrowed. Even though the clock on the radio said it was 9:30, it looked like daytime outside due to all the city lights, and Burn just woke up so she was wide awake. They stopped at a red light, and Blast looked over a road map she found in the glove box. Burn had to thank people there were blind or something to not notice a young girl like her Nei-chan driving the car through the city streets. The car smelled funny, too. Blast took the next ride after the lights turned green again. They were driving by the ocean now. All of the lights from the buildings and the moon and stars making it sparkle. It's so pretty, and she couldn't take her eyes off it. Until she spotted something else. Something she'd only seen in one of the few books they were allowed to read during training. Nei-chan! Look! It's the Statue of Liberty! Burn squealed, leaning out the window slightly, pointing at the gigantic statue in the middle of the harbor. Wow! It looks even cooler than it did in the pictures, Blast said behind her. Burn was too mesmerized to turn to her. So cool! I wish I could go all the way up to the top. I want to see what the world looks like from up there, the pyro girl said. She knew her Nei-chan was smiling that warm, reassuring smile of hers. Maybe we can come back someday then, Blast Byrne just smiled and kept staring, and that's when she felt it, a familiar presence. You see, Byrne and her sisters had an ability they didn't tell anyone about, an odd psychological connection that let them know when one of them is near. They kept it secret from most people, like Brisbane, and at the moment she felt Beau's presence. It was distant and faint, but it was there. She knew it wasn't her Nachon, 'cause this, I guess you could call it an energy signal, was calmer, softer, more innocent. Whatever, the point was it was definitely Beau's, and it made her freeze up, her wide-eyed, amazed expression replaced by one of curiosity and fear. She guessed Blast must have sensed her sudden change in attitude. Something wrong? Wrong? Blast asked her. Byrne shook her head, and decided that she just hadn't completely woken up yet, and replied, "It's nothing, Nachon." And then, as soon as it had come, the feeling was gone, and Byrne felt a panic alarm go off in her brain. Were they leaving Beau at the mercy of that madman? Byrne leaned back and her flashback and ripple, la 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 la. Byrne leaned back in her seat, her eyes on the passing streetlights. Suddenly she was tired. Maybe it was 'cause she used a lot of energy to make Blast disguise, and she slowly slipped away to a blissful dream of a black-haired boy, a feeling of safety, a pool of water, surrounded by a grassy field, and 1,000 beautiful glowing lights dancing around her. And that's all you people get for part 1, okay? I am going to do part 2, which was from Brick's POV, but it'll be in third person when I do it, because third person is just easier for me to read, and I don't want to do a Brick voice all the way through. So, there's part 1. See you later. RRP out.